Welcome to Oak&IV Skyrim. In our last episode, Greebo Ogg, currently a student at the School of Spellcasting, had a decision to make. Greebo has to decide. Hero or coward? Destroy the Lord Agathon, facing pretty much absolutely certain death, but in exchange for facing pretty much almost absolutely certain death, possibly become the Lord of Icicle Valley and free the people of Icicle Valley from Lord Agathon's, well, malign neglect is the best way to describe Agathon's governing style. Or be a coward. Use the teleporter, travel to Windhelm, from there to Smuggler's Haven. Choose safety over honor. Coward or hero? Let's face it. We're going to Windhelm. That's a dragon. We're going this way.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true. We got a nickname for anyone who trifles with us guards here in Windhelm. Suicide.
You are so lucky that I'm busy running away from a dragon right now.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies. Watch out,
you
some
guys are
Greyskin doesn't pick your
bitching
pocket.
about this
Go peddle
nonsense.
your hatred elsewhere, you intolerant idiot.
We don't want your kind here.
You are nothing more than a frightened fool. Maybe I should put you out of your misery.
Don't hurt me. Just leave me alone.
I hate this place.
And this, my friends, is why Inigo is truly awesome.
I was wondering, can you whistle?
Yes, why?
Well, it could be a good way for us to quickly communicate. Look, I found this book. It made interesting reading. Maybe you should give it a look over. Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
You look like you have something else to say.
They say that dragons have returned to Skyrim. The Helgen attack does not bode well. I wonder if the Jarl of Whiterun knows he has a giant lizard problem. If not, he may reward us for the information.
I'm sure he's on top of things. We have other business to attend to. I saw the dragon at Helgen. We will head to Whiterun as soon as possible. You're right. We should go and see how much he knows. Well, this is a tough one because these are the obvious good replies, and Greebo certainly wants... don't shove while I'm talking, Meow. These are the obvious... What the hell are you doing? Jesus Christ. Alright, I saw the dragon at Helgen. We'll head to Whitewater as soon as possible.
Lives may be at stake. I have never seen a dragon. Maybe that is about to change.
Okay.
Prospect and peril have always been bedfellows, but these are strange times we live in, my friend. Now, what did you want to discuss? Back to...
What the hell? Y'all, I get the feeling this is one lonely, lonely person right now. Alright. First things first.
My father wanted me to follow in his footsteps as a hunter, but I set my aspirations a bit higher. He never complained. I miss him.
In. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire, and I'll send someone over.
You got some nice meat hooks there. Makes for a damn good punch.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor.
You got some nice meat hooks there. Makes for a damn good punch.
Never buy a used copy of The Lusty Argonian Maid. The covers are always worn and the pages stuck together. I just don't get it. I swear, there must be some kind of conspiracy.
Vala is from Interesting NPCs, and if we had a little bit more time, I would spend some time chatting with her. But right now, our goal is to get to Smuggler's Haven. And first, unfortunately, I have to do something a little bit mean to Meow, because as wonderful as Meow is, as much as I like having her around, Meow is just bumping into me way too much.
Of course. Thanks a lot.
I'm itching for a fight.
Beware, beware, the black
Certainly.
horse comes.
Be careful.
See you later, baby. Meow can relax in the inn for a while. And meanwhile, as Meow relaxes in the inn,
I'm a sailor on the North Wind. We're laying over in Windhelm for a while.
as Meow relaxes in the inn,
Need something?
we can go and have our little trip to Smuggler's Haven. Now, a little bit earlier out there, I lied to Inigo and told him that we would be heading to Whiterun. In fact, I have no intention, Greebo Ogg has no intention of heading to Whiterun until he is absolutely sure that there is no chance the Imperials are still looking for him. Going to Whiterun, that would be risking being arrested by the Imperials, and Greebo is just not going to do that. However, saying that outright to Inigo, well, that's a little bit more honesty than Greebo is comfortable with right now. There are frickin' dragons everywhere. That's not good. More reason to run away as fast as possible.
Spare a coin.
My job? Well,
I mean, after all, why are dragons Greebo's responsibility?
exactly.
Really? Is Mead still hanging out? After all this time, Mead is still wandering around near Riverwood. I would have been certain that he would have made his way to Windhelm by now.
What it sounds like. I watched the wheel.
Hi, mister. Would you like to buy some flowers? Please?
Sure, what do you have?
Not much, but I hope you like them.
Dolls the Child Overhaul.
Thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
It's no secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
Now I want to point this out here. The guards in Skyrim have no interest in doing, well, pretty much anything except for fighting monsters and brigands and bandits right in front of them. So if the guards don't care enough to try and step in and stop a boy from calling for an assassination, or indeed intervene with this poor kid who's an orphan living in a house alone, then why should Greebo, someone who has no idea what a Dragonborn even is, really, except for stories, why should Greebo think it's his responsibility to save the world? He's just a refugee. And by refugee, I mean escaped prisoner. Ah, there's Mead. Ahoy, me hearty!
I must have been under a mad spell or something. I ran all the way here. So, we're off to Smuggler's Haven. You grab the ship's wheel, I'll hoist the anchor and raise the sails, and we'll be off.
Sounds like a plan to me. And Mead, these are my traveling companions. Inigo, the brave, and Sofia, the alcoholic.
Rah, Khajiit has something important to tell you.
What the hell?
Failed from the sky.
What are you talking about?
The spheres, they broke into millions of pieces above the Sea of Ghosts. Panic, panic. Nern is ending. Khajiit needs help, Dragonborn.
Dragon what now? Calm down. What happened?
Shards of the stars, magic everywhere. Boom! Lash it all.
I'll take a look for you. It'd better be worth it, by which I mean, go away, you obvious raving lunatic.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Khajiit thanks you. Take your loot. That's what you said, hmm?
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've got this thing I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Okay, Kajur over there is from Spectraverse, wonderful quest and spell mod. And Lily over here is Lily, the pretty custom-voiced carrier.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. I've got this thing I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see. Looks like that's all. I have to leave.
Boy, leave Icicle Valley for 5 minutes and all sorts of things happen. What did Lily just give us? Oh, Black Horse Carrier Edition 18. We have a new Black Horse Carrier. Plus we have Inigo's The Power of Whistling. We'll take a read of this sometime later. But for now, we're off to Smuggler's Valley. Whoops, Smuggler's Haven. Hey, look, Greebo's had a long day. Let's get started. And here we are. The Sea of Ghosts. My friends. Now up there is the Old Aroni, and we'll go there in a minute. But I did want to just take a quick gander around. Store. The town itself. Smuggler's Haven is a neat place filled with excitement and action and adventure. But right now, all Greebo really wants, now that he's finally safe from the Imperials, far away from any possible danger, all Greebo really wants is to get set up in the Old Aroni. Ah.
You don't see as many Khajiits about these days. I guess they must have gone elsewhere. Do you get it? Elsewhere? Elsewhere?
Right. Hey, Mead, what's up? The old Ernie. How you doing, me old hearty? That was a rough trip, apparently.
Yeah, it were.
What's wrong? You look like your dog died.
Oh, my family's been abducted. Sudden Imperials by the looks of things. Here, it's all in this note.
Well, you're taking this well. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'm heading off to Northwatch to get back my family. I'll have to go there and scuttle around a little bit fast, but I'll find them.
You are a brave, 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 brave man. See, Greebo now feels kind of obligated. On the other hand, Mead is tough and thinks he can do this on his own. And Greebo is protected by two of his friends and has spells to conjure back the rest. How bad could it be? Need some help.
If you can fight, swim, fight, not get me killed, or talk too much, you can come.
You said fight twice.
Well, there's gonna be a lot of fighting in there. If you want to help, meet me north of Northwatch. I'm gonna get myself ready, but I'll be on my way soon enough.
This is a tricky one. Let's take a look at these notes. Note to Mead. Mead. Father and the others have been arrested. Passing fishermen said they saw them being taken aboard the Imperial frigate Divine Wind. The ship headed west, so we're going west. I don't know what we'll do once we find it, but we can't just do nothing. When you return from Helgen, take the boat west towards Northwatch and help us get our family back. This is a tough one. There is a lot of stuff I can just swipe here. I know. But Greebo has a lot of thinking to do. I mean, on the one hand, he's finally safe. But the Imperials came out to Smuggler's Haven and they kidnapped this family. So that's hardly really safe, is it? Now, Captain Mead has offered him sanctuary. He was waiting right there for Greebo when Greebo escaped Helgen. At the same time, though, does Greebo really want to risk everything to rescue a family he doesn't even know? Inigo, what are your thoughts on this?
What can I do for you?
Okay, obviously you have no direct thoughts on this, but mind if I ask you something?
I am all ears.
Tell me about yourself.
After exploring many ruins here, I have become good at avoiding most traps. Poison, spikes, and fire do not agree with me.
Well, that's interesting, but
Okay,
not useful.
let us get back to it.
Sofia, you have anything
Was
to
there
say?
something you wanted?
Can I talk to you for a bit?
Sure. What's on your mind?
How are you feeling?
Like you care. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been so rude. I just... Don't worry. I'm fine. Really.
Okay, I'm fine never means I'm fine. That's pretty much built in.
Of course.
So, what were you doing before you met me, Greebo Ogg?
I was playing two guys against each other in a bid to win me over. Of course, they had to supply me with plenty of drink and earn my affection. I just wanted some entertainment. Oh, it was great watching them get more and more competitive. It ended up in a massive brawl, and once it was over, I left them both empty-handed and out of pocket. As for waking up in a stable without any clothes on, I don't remember what happened after leaving the tavern, but that's nothing new.
No, I mean before that.
Well, I was wandering around Skyrim killing bandits who thought I was an easy target, and meeting new locals. Or should I say making new enemies. Before that I was studying, if you can call it that, at the College of Winterhold. It wasn't my first choice, of course, being a Nord, but I had no place to go, and it was either that or live in a cave. So, I learned a few spells just to keep them happy. I must admit, though, that learning to blow stuff up was pretty fun. Unfortunately, my genius was wasted on them. And I was kicked out for making everyone naked with a spell I forced some other student to create for me. So, it turns out I ended up living mostly in caves anyway. Time to move, I guess.
Well, I think what Sofia is trying to say, he spun desperately, is she spent her life trying to find a real place to call home, a real place to live and be herself. For a while she had that at the College of Winterhold, but when she ended up getting kicked out of the college, she ended up living in caves and eventually where you found her nude in a stable in Whiterun.
Well, don't you look fancy? It's a nice try, but you will never outdo me.
Yes, you're quite right, Sofia. Now, Greebo here, he had a home of sorts, or he was just beginning to build one at the School for Spellcasting. He got some great new equipment, learned a lot of magic, he was having fun. But people were dying left and right. Lord Agathon was mad and incredibly powerful. Even inside of the school, people were getting killed, and so Greebo fled. That's the sensible, sane thing to do. He went to the other end of Skyrim, where he hoped to be safe from the Imperials, except, of course, there's no safety to be had here. Maybe Greebo should help Captain Meade one more time. Rescue these people who are, after all, distant friends of the family. How hard could it be? I'll let Captain Meade take most of the fight, and I'm sure Inigo and Sofia will be, able to deal with stuff, and I will have my own abilities to call on. How hard could this really be? Plus, I've pretty much robbed blind whoever owns this boat already, and it would be nice to pay them back. Actually, it's Meade's boat. I'm sure he's fine with me borrowing a few of his things. Let's not rob Meade's quarters in the middle of him doing... Whoa, No, you're not that guy from the college. Manny? I have a question.
Well, what are you waiting for? I'm not going to hold your hand now. Off you go.
All right, Meade's really not interested in chatting about this mission. All right, we want a place on the Old Irony. We want a place on the crew. We want a home so we don't, like Sofia, end up sleeping in a cave. Ooh, gloves. And if that's what we want, we're going to have to help. So, map, journal. No map marker right now, but we were told to go to Northwatch So that's where we're going to go. On to Northwatch!
When people think of wood elves, they usually think of trees, but not me. I'm a little too embarrassed to say what comes to mind.
This strikes me as foolish and dangerous, two things that Greebo really shouldn't be. By the way, these ships act as yet another semi-immersive fast travel system in case you don't like to fast travel, but you don't mind using vehicles to get around. What an odd-looking castle off in the distance. Started the deep blue sea. Find Captain Reed. I have arrived just north of Fort Northwatch. Captain Meade should be around here somewhere. Oh, you're kidding. I'm just north of an Imperial fort. Well, things couldn't possibly get bad from here. What's the situation?
Great sea salt, I'm glad you've come. I come upon a mate on the way here, and sounds like my niece and nephew been nicked too.
When it rains, it pours.
Well, that's no joke. Down the beach there's a huge reaver cap. Got him some Imperial sailors captive and what might know about the family. I need to snatch me one of them and get some answers. But if we don't act fast, I reckon they'll all be killed.
Do you have a plan?
There's too many of them cocksuckers to attack straight on. We should draw them away from their camp by picking them off with arrows from a distance. You any good with a bow?
I'm a mage, actually. Sure, I'm totally good with a bow. I'm great with a bow. I'm awesome. No, I'm shit with a bow. Shite, excuse me. I'm a mage, yeah. Well, I'm a mage, actually.
Oh, my father wept. Good I brought this. It's a spell for a magic bow that shoots explosive arrows. You can read, can't ya? I just need to get the reavers away from the camp long enough for me to grab one of the Imperials.
I'll do my best.
Spoken like a true hero. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready!
Good. Once I've snatched one of them Imperial bastards, we'll meet back here. Good luck.
My friend, I feel strange. Let us go. My friend, I feel strange. My mind is vibrating in my skull. It feels like it is at the end of a hook.
Are you okay?
I do not know. Wait, the sensation is receding. That was horrible.
How do you feel? What was that all about?
I'm okay. I have no idea what it was. All of a sudden there was a bright flash, and it felt like my mind was being pulled out of my ears.
That doesn't sound good. If it happens again, let me know.
Do not worry about me, my friend. Let us get back to it.
All right. Well, Meade has just given us the spell Bound Bow Extreme. which conjures a magic bow which we can use to throw explosive arrows. Sounds good to me. We know there's a huge reaver camp over there. We know there's terrible danger to be faced, and we know that our friend Inigo is having some trouble. Let's get some extra help in here. Galad?
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.
Command. Follow.
Ah, it is happening again. My mind is vibrating. It feels like it is on the end of a rope. If you need anything else, just ask.
Alrighty then.
Ah, it is happening again. My mind is vibrating. It feels like it is on the end of a rope. Wait, I see something. A cabin? Trees? A face? It is fading. It is under the rug. Ah! Thank the gods. It is weakening. Oh. It is over. Ow.
What did you see?
I saw brief flashes of a cabin in the snow. It was surrounded by trees. What is happening to me?
You said it's under the rug. What were you talking about?
Yes, something small and shiny. A coin? A ring? No, I cannot remember. I think my brain is broken.
Did you recognize the cabin?
No, but something about the landscape was familiar. I wish I could remember where I have seen it before.
Did you see anything else?
A man, perhaps? A bearded man. I did not recognize him. The flashes were very fast and confusing.
Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Let's move on.
Okay. If it does happen again and my brain tries to escape through my nose, push it back in, please.
Absolutely not. Lousy weather, and it's getting dark. Let's have something to eat before we go. My cheese-based diet. Something to drink. Some liquid carriage here.
My friend, my mind is being tugged again. It is very strong this time. I see wooden posts upright in the snow. A tower. I recognize the tower. I see the cabin again. The door is locked tight. It is receding. It is over. For now. My head is pounding. Ow.
We need to get to the bottom of this.
I agree. I think I know where to start. I saw a ruined tower in the snow. I think I camped there once long ago.
Okay, where is this tower?
The tower is a short hike from Dawnstar. It is called Snow Point Beacon. It is nothing special from what I remember, but I think it is close to the source of these embarrassing episodes. I understand if we are too busy, but what do you say? Shall we go?
Okay, Inigo, let's go, he said, with no intention of immediately going.
Thank you, my friend. I will mark Snow Point Beacon on your trusty map. Let us go.
Alright, we are just piling up quests here. So here's the situation. Mead's family has been kidnapped. We have got to rescue Mead's family because A, we promised, B, Mead has been trying to help us, and C, we have decided to try to make a home of sorts on the old ROV. There we go. On the other hand, Inigo is obviously having conniption fest right now.
So what's the plan? I'm ready. Let's go.
And finally, there's a dangerous group up here of Imperials. Well, excuse me. We're not really sure what they are. Imperials, Raiders. All we do know is that they're up here somewhere and that I can't see a blessed thing. Alright. On the other hand, if I can't see a blessed thing,
I
maybe
remember
they
a
can't see a
cut
blessed
purse
thing.
trying to rob road once. When I drew Grim Sever, I think the poor man soiled his armor.
All right. Let's distract these Imperials.
Our cover is blown.
We make quite a team, eh?
Really, you idiots are deciding to go fight mud crabs. On the other hand, they are choosing to follow me, and I'm kind of a loony. I can't see a blessed thing.
You picked a bad time to get lost.
I think this looks to me like there's a lot of fighting. What do you think? Now I know what you're thinking. Well, I know what I'm thinking, which is, what kind of coward seeks cover when there's explosions and fire and combat and battle? And my only honest answer to that is a coward who doesn't want to die. And, well, my character doesn't want to die. Oh boy. Could this be the end of Greebo Ogg? Possibly. Mmm, delicious cheese. Pardon me while I just have a large meal. Potion of extreme healing. That sounds good. Alright, well, that'll do for now. Made you invisible to try to keep you alive a little bit longer since you're just shouting threats instead of charging out there and attacking. Not that I have any intention of charging out there and attacking, of course, because that would be stupid.
Death awaits you. Don't let my looks fool you. You look so deceiving. Maybe that means you actually have a brain.
Really, you guys are just going to follow me instead of moving forward and taking the fight to them? It's probably a good idea. There you go, my brother. Oh man, really? You guys are still out there?
I'm superior to you in every possible way. Who am I kidding? I love to boast.
Completed. Distract the reavers. Talk to Mead. There are still reavers out there. Bend will is such a nasty way to kill someone. Way back in the day, in Morrowind, the be-all and end-all of spells for me was Command and Calm. Because with Calm and Command you could basically take control of a character and send him to murder his friends. That's hardcore. Bend Will, which is from the Lost Grimoire mod, brings that pleasure back to you in Skyrim.
What was that? Must be my med.
Mine!
I'm on fire! Ah! It's
All right. Well, we have just had a frickin' murder fest, haven't we? There's one guy alive out there somewhere, but frankly, I'm not going to worry about him. Let's go talk to Mead. Now, normally, in my regular play, I would spend a little time looting over here. But because this is not regular play, I think it's more important to go have our talk with Mead, get the quest advanced, and hopefully I'll come back later and get all of that sweet, sweet loot. Really, Mead, you've gone to sleep. You bastard! I've been risking my life over there. Or risking the lives of my friends. I've murdered a ridiculous number of people while you've been here napping. Captain Mead, what happened?
Well, I reckon they saw me. You fought like a Corinthian badger. Trouble is, all the Imperials are dead. And as they say, dead men tell no tales.
There's like one left. Did you search them?
You mean rummage around through a dead man's clothes? See ya! I don't know.
Search the Imperials. You are a funny but very annoying person, Mead. Well, my friends seem to have gotten through this okay. So did that rhino. So all is good. Alright, so gang seems to be over here. Everybody pretty much okay. I can barely see a damn thing, and I expect you can see even less once this has been adapted for YouTube. On the other hand, nighttime battle in the snow, that's kind of epic, right? Evil castle looming in the distance.
You're as good as dead.
Oh dear. By the way, the reason everyone is covered in snow right now, get snowy. There are things like Wet and Cold that do a more immersive job of getting your character snowy, but I like Get Snowy. It has very little impact on game performance. And for me, that's important.
Thanks. Couldn't have done that without you.
No problem. Alright, apparently the body I want is floating right about there. Alright, I don't usually like trying to retrieve quest items by using...
Is that flagon you are carrying a souvenir?
Yes, it is. At a time I got really drunk. Alright, I don't usually like using Loot Magnet to grab a quest item because I have had problems in the past where quests have broken because of auto-looting. But of all of the ways of auto-looting, Loot Magnet is the least likely to break a quest. Let's give it a chance. Alright. Detainee report. Aha! And you will notice that Loot Magnet did loot that note without breaking the quest. Probably because that was a proper dead person and not just a container pretending to be a dead person. Total number of detainees, 5 adults, 2 male, 3 female, 2 children. 1 male, 1 female. Unknown elven race, pale blue skin, snow white hair. Children and adults to be transported to Admiral's ship separately. Children will go with Captain Fairsea aboard the Vasa. Adults will travel with Lieutenant Oswell aboard the Pride of Breville. Both ships to rendezvous with Divine Wind near Bastard's Isle. Alright, I'm pretty sure I've grabbed all of the loot. And let's see quickly what we've got. Armor. Well, we have some not bad stuff here, really.
You are as sweet as honey from the comb.
Oh, thank you, Mel. Let's trade some things.
No problem. I can carry a good bit of gear.
By the way, a lot of people could make the reasonable argument that using Sky Tweak to give yourself vast carrying capacity is a cheat. And yeah, it is a cheat. On the other hand, I hate having to constantly shift gear around from companion to companion. My character has enough companions with him that we could loot all of these bodies and spread the gear out. It's just easier to do it this way and avoid having the pain in the ass of figuring out who has to carry what. So y'all, Orcish Cuirass 35, Nord Chainmail.
Anything I can get you? Just let me know.
Yeah, I like the Orcish Cuirass on her a little better. A lot of dead bodies. The reason I'm casting Loot Magnet as we run along is just in case something is dead back here and we didn't get to loot it earlier. So we're taking this information back to Captain Meade, and then we're going to go and try and rescue these kids. I'm frickin' exhausted. Would you wake up, you lazy bastard? We got lucky. One of the Imperials had this note.
Shows crotchety old bones. This says they took my cousins one way and the wee ones another. Now this is good news, but I'm torn. I don't know which way to follow first. I suppose we should split up and each take a look for the family in a different way, and then report back here.
I remember a cut purse trying to rob me on the road once.
Fine. I'll take one way, you take the other, he said, knowing that asking to stick together would almost certainly be pointless.
We'll take one of those rowboats there and go to this bastard's isle. After you make your choice, I'll take the other. I'll see you soon.
And by see you soon, you mean you're going to go back to sleep while I risk my life. Thank you, you complete bastard. Is there a make camp command?
How can I assist you?
Sadly, no.
If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Alright. Well, Greebo Ogg is exhausted. It's the middle of the night. And while Meade is talking a good game about urgency, really, clearly, what is going to happen here is we are going to have to camp out for a while and go to Bastard's Isle in the morning. It's a big camp. We got plenty of people to guard. And Greebo needs some sleep. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in for episode 9 of Oak&IV Skyrim. Please tune in next time for episode 10 when Greebo Ogg...
I've got snow in my eye.
So, have you ever read The Lusty Argonian Maid? It sounds like my kind of book. What? Just because I'm female doesn't mean I can't enjoy a nice classy piece of literature? I've heard it's quite intellectually stimulating.
You guys make it totally impossible to monologue, but that's okay. Well, I think my companions are reminding me, or rather Greebo, to keep this short. Thank you very much for tuning in to episode 9 of Oak&IV Skyrim. Please, if you liked it, like and subscribe to the channel. Please share the videos. Every like, every subscription, and every share really does help. I will see you next time for episode 10 of Oak&IV Skyrim, when Greebo and the gang will go to Bastard's Isle and try to rescue the family of Captain Meade and the Old Arrow Knee.